For a typical busy bathroom, women have to wait about 34 times as long as men. But contrary to some stereotypes, it's not because they're busy chit-chatting or reapplying their makeup inside. So then why is there always a line for the women's restroom? Women spend as much as twice as long in the bathroom as men. And that's because they menstruate, they have more layers of clothes to remove, they always have to enter a stall, and they're far more likely to have kids or elderly people with them. But these are just contributing factors to a much larger problem. That in many buildings, the men's and women's rooms are the same size. But because urinals take up less space, men's rooms have more toilets, which contributes to less waiting time for men. To figure out just how much less, queuing theorists at Ghent University developed a model. First, they considered bathrooms that were the same size, where men have 12 toilets and women have just 10. Then they accounted for the time spent per bathroom visit for women and men, and the speed of traffic. The model showed that if someone arrives every 5 seconds, on average, women will wait for more than 6 minutes, while men will wait just 11 seconds. So then what would a better toilet ratio be? According to this model, the women's room should have at least 50% more toilets than the men's room, as they show here. Only then would men and women have nearly equal wait times. Now, the US is getting closer to this target, thanks to the so-called potty parity movement. It took off in 1987 when a California state senator went to a Tchaikovsky concert at the Hollywood Bowl. There, he waited for more than half an hour for his wife to use the bathroom. Soon after, he introduced a bill to the California Senate, which demanded more toilets for women in large new public buildings. At least 21 states and several cities have since passed potty parity policies. In 2005, for example, New York City passed legislation that requires a 2-to-1 toilet ratio in places of public assembly, such as baseball stadiums. But here's the thing. Even where these laws exist, you still find long lines for the women's room. And that's because they apply only to buildings that are new or undergoing major renovations, which leaves thousands of older buildings, such as theaters, with too few toilets for women. Sure, it's a hassle to wait, but that's not the only problem. Long term, it can actually affect your health. So what can be done? Aside from waiting for renovations or new construction, there's a new trend: gender-neutral bathrooms. And let's be real, women are already using the men's room. We all know the alternative is a lot worse.